Well, it's possibly a little bit late in the day for me to be starting a vlog, but I've just poured myself a glass of gin, not straight gin obviously, got tonic in there as well, I'm not that hardcore, and you may have noticed that I'm wearing a Lions polo, and that's because it is Saturday evening and tonight the Lions are hopefully taking on the Springboks of South Africa in the rugby, which is the final game between the two teams. For any of you that aren't familiar with the sport, basically the Lions are playing South Africa in a best of 3 games, and we've currently had our first 2 and it's 1-1, so anything can happen tonight, and it's going to be the deciding game. So I'm really looking forward to sitting down, enjoying a gin, and seeing hopefully the Lions take the win. But before I do that, we have the guys here from Ornate Events. Now, some of you may remember in 2020, I think it was kind of like midsummer time, they very kindly came in and put on an outdoor cinema for Lids and I. And it was such an incredible evening. We kind of ran it as a little bit of a surprise for Lydia. She didn't know what was going on. And we put on her favourite film, The Holiday, and we just sat out there and had some picky bits, and it was just super nice, very chilled. And so since that day, we've obviously had lots of work done at the house, and we've had the greenhouse put in. Lydia has always mentioned wanting to have a party in her greenhouse. Not like a rave party, like a dinner party with her and her friends. And that will still happen, I'm sure. But I thought, do you know what? She hasn't actioned anything, so I'm gonna step in. And I reached out to Ornate Events and I said to them I'd love them to come put on a spread of food for us. So I booked them to come and put some meze platters out, and they're currently in the greenhouse setting it up at the moment. Just had a little sneak peek and it's looking incredible. I just remembered how good it was last time and I thought what a lovely thing to come and do again. We're gonna go outside and take a look and see what they've been doing, because I feel like there needs to be a name for this. It's kind of like a kitchen garden party or a kitchen garden dining experience. I don't know, I need your help. There's like oranges and zestiness going on, a little bit rustic as well. So if you guys have any idea what we could call this dinner party, I want to know, because I feel like it needs a name and I'm just not quite getting it. It's the sort of thing actually that Lydia's really good at. So if she was here, she's currently on a dog walk, she'd probably be able to tell me what she thinks we could call this. But it's kind of like a semi-surprise. Lyd knows now that they're here. Obviously I told her this morning that they were coming to do it. And I was going to do it with just Lids and I thought it needs a little bit more of a vibe. So we've invited some friends, Vic and Alex, over, and the 4 of us are going to enjoy some drinks and some great food. So it's going to be a great Saturday evening. And yeah, evening of sport, good food and alcohol. What could go wrong? But anyway, let's go outside and check out and see what they've been getting up to. Wow, how cool does this look? This looks absolutely amazing. We've got the mezes over here. Looks incredible. Oh my God, look at that hummus. They've done such an amazing job. Oh my gosh, look at that fruit platter. Wow. We've got a meat meze at the top. Got the vegan meze over here, and then I've just chucked on fire, and then over here we've got the classic graze, and then the rainbow of fruit platter. It looks absolutely delicious. The tablescape looks amazing. Guys are actually just telling me as well that this is actually real foliage apart from the base, so it's kind of like intertwined with real foliage, and also this is as well. It looks absolutely stunning. They do such incredible little setups for parties. I'm going to enjoy this later on, and there's some really nice little touches as well. You can see we've got name tags on the leaves, which is just really sweet. Got the girls over there. Love this glassware as well, that's lovely. And we've got a little bit of sunshine as well. We're winning today, but we need a name for this. There needs to be a name for this. So drop a comment down below if you've got any ideas what we can call this, because this is epic. I love this vase, it's actually really cool with the oranges stuffed in it. And then we've got our lighting. Oh, it looks amazing. We're gonna have a great evening. No surprises, there's been some big hits already. We're only 10 minutes in. Does not look good. Just quickly,
Yeah?
on a scale of 1 to 10, how many 10s would you give that setup?
5 million.
Well, good morning everyone. Last night was a great success. Didn't manage to get to bed too late in the end, and I feel relatively fresh this morning, which is great. So, as I mentioned, we're going down to Wentworth today to play a 4-ball with my dad, brother and manager James. This is something that we've been waiting to do for so long now, and I'm really excited to be getting out on the course because it is possibly the best course in the UK to play on, and the weather's looking a little bit give or take. It could rain a little bit, but fingers crossed we don't get rained off today. But it's a bit of a drive. I think it's about 2-hour round trip. I've got to pick my little brother up and my dad as well. So yeah, it's going to be a long old day of driving. I think 4 hours in total, but it's going to be worth it. So let's hit the road and get golfing. Lovely film in there.
Yeah, that's wonderful, Dad. That's why you're in the hot seat.
Oh,
My watch is vibrating, which means we're close to something. It's right.
The old hydrangea.
Residents and Wentworth Club only.
That looks good. Of course. This is looking good. Oh, look, there's something for sale.
It's in September, isn't it, the PGA?
Wow, fair looks amazing.
Just so.
It's a fair way. What's this here they're building then? It's not a home, is it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Bonhams. Wentworth Hall.
How many nice cars in the car park then, Ash? So we've just arrived, and this is the changing room here at Wentworth. Got the showers. As you can see, we've got the Bamford soap selection. Lovely waterfall shower. And then I've got a sauna in here, and a steam room. Look how cool this diffuser is. Bamford diffuser with driftwood. Love it. And then here are the changing rooms. James and father, ready for the big game. Absolutely beautiful in here. It's probably the, well, not probably, it is the nicest golf locker room I've ever been in. Very, very, very nice. And this is today's golfing attire. Not the golf shoes though, driving shoes. Wow, that is lovely, mate. Oh, a bit short.
That's good.
No, you've got absolute distance with that.
I'll be able to chip in from there. Hello, mate.
Well, as you can see behind me, we've just hit a little bit of rain. We didn't get our way, but not too bad. We're on the 6th hole, so we got a few holes with sunshine, which was lovely, and not playing too badly. I've had a couple of really great holes. I've hit a par. I've also had a couple of stinkers, but it is a particularly long course, which always makes things a little bit more challenging. But we just checked the weather, and we're due around about 40 minutes of on and off showers, so I think we're just going to try and play through it, and yeah, hopefully it won't affect the scorecard too much. But so far, absolutely incredible course, really enjoying it. So yeah, the guys are just out on the green at the minute. If I spin you around so you can see, got the umbrella out.
Easing up a bit.
Yeah, lovely. And the sun has returned. Come on.
Yeah.
Andrew Gordon for Bass. lovely. That is looking handsome. Oh, wow, on the green. Could have been better. That is not a bad place to have a home, is it? So we're on the 18th hole, and as you can see, this is where the pros come in, with the grandstand in the back, and you can see on the left side we've got the BMW logo up on the hospitality section. So cool. Just in front of the green is some water. Really beautiful hole. I've actually been here before watching the guys come in on the BMW Championship. Very, very cool experience. Seeing it from a different perspective today. My dad with the longest drive on this hole, around about 270 yards, and he's just capooned his second shot, which will be very disappointing for him today here at Wentworth. But he's still on for par, up and down. It's a tall order, but anything's possible. Well, we've just finished up our round, and as you can see, we've had a quick change and shower. Played not too badly. It wasn't horrendous. I feel like my new technique is starting to come together, and I'm getting a little bit more consistent with it, but there's still a lot of improving that needs to be done. But it was just an incredible experience to be able to play on the championship course here at Wentworth. So I want to say thank you to BMW for inviting me down today. Been an absolute pleasure, and I know the boys really enjoyed it as well. But we're just about to head downstairs to grab a little bit of food before embarking on our 2-hour journey home, but it was absolutely worth it. We've decided to go for dinner this evening at Piccolino's. I've actually never been to a Piccolino's. There's quite a few around. Well, this morning I woke up after getting back pretty late. I think it was about 12:30. I got back last night after the golf, which was pretty much just because of that 2-hour journey home. Like I said before I left yesterday, it was absolutely worth it. But this morning I was so tired. I got in my gym kit and I was like, I'm just gonna go and do some work in the office, have a coffee, wake myself up, and when my body's a little bit more alive, I'm gonna get down in the gym. It's 6 p.m. or gone 6, and I still haven't been into the gym, which means I've got out of bed, put on my clothes, and I've not done anything but sit in my office all day and work. It's been a productive day, I'm not gonna lie, but there's been so much going on, I just haven't managed to get anything done, including even picking up this camera. So I think Lydia's just come and talked about it on her channel. So I'm not gonna go on about it too much here, but basically you'll see in the background, we've got some pictures up on the wall, and they were very kindly gifted from Lydia's dad. And they've got a little association with the family. I think they've got a few of these collectible pieces. But then on the weekend, he dropped in and he actually delivered 2 more pieces of art for this office that I actually prefer. I think they look incredible. And initially when we did the design for this room, we wanted to put some architectural drawings in the room. And that's basically what he's dropped off. I'm going to show you them now. But they have a couple on the hallway at their house. So it's actually quite a nice little link to have similar art actually in our house that Lydia's dad's got in his. So these are the pieces here. And as you can see, they're these beautiful, very detailed pillars. I'm sure there's a specific name for these. They're not finials, this is something else. I can't remember what they're called, but they're just absolutely stunning. And I think that they'll do a much nicer job of covering the wall space. Lydia's dad actually suggested changing the frames on these and making them a lot chunkier to really kind of like make them a bit more like grander and stand out a lot more, which is something that we can certainly do. But these right here, I don't know why, I just absolutely love them. I think they're really, really cool. So I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes just switching these over. I'm going to have to put the hooks a little bit higher because the pictures are bigger, so they will hang too low at the moment, so I'm going to need to raise it all up. So I'm going to get busy doing that, and then I'm going to have to get out in the garden. I've really been playing with fire because we are due rain this evening, and it has just rained and it's just stopped. So hopefully it holds off for long enough, because we've had our wood delivery for the year. So every year I order a crate of wood for the house, and that is a strong sign that autumn is on its way. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself here, because we are due a heat wave here in the UK across the next week or two. I think next week's looking like really good weather, and then a heat wave comes in 2 weeks' time. We're definitely not out of the summer yet at all, but it does mean that we're getting close when I'm ordering that crate. And I basically need to get all of it into the shed. It probably takes me a good hour or two to shift it all. So I'm going to get busy doing that this evening as well. And then tomorrow we're going to be heading into London. And yeah, I'll tell you about that in the morning. But we've got a couple of really cool things happening tomorrow, which we're going to be going along to. So yeah, let's get hanging these pictures.
We don't have to make any decisions. It is part of
The new pieces of art are up on the wall. Looking very good. The actual frames on these, as you can see, they're a lot darker.
Very
They
good.
tie in very nicely with, that's what I said. They tie in really nicely with the desk. Very good. But yeah, I feel like we need one here, by the way. I feel like a third picture there would be nice. I also probably would consider getting some art glass, which is a non-reflective glass. So as you can see, I move around, you can see the reflections in the art. We could probably do something to try and stop that, but yeah, I like it. And also, whilst we're on the subject of the artwork in this room, I still liked the idea of getting a GT DD4 Zagato on the wall as well, like a really nice piece of art that, or a photo that's framed of that vehicle, because I think that'd look really lovely in here. So as you can see, I've got a big pile of wood, and I've got to get all of that in there. Dinner's ready in 15 minutes. I'm not going to get it done in that time, but I'm going to make a start. So let's do this. Birch wood, best kind of wood.
you like it. You like it. So watch my body just.
So probably all you see here is a pile of stacked wood, but what I see is ambience. This is going to be the wood that's going to be burning whilst we're enjoying time in front of the fire with family and friends, sipping on a whiskey. We've got our Christmas Day wood in here. This is going to be going through with us over the next few months with those memories. So it's a very happy sight to see this, because autumn, winter time, some of the favourite months of the year for Lids and I, and this is the beginning of it. So yeah, happy to see it back.
Don't make any decisions. It is part of the deal. You like it. You like it. So watch my body just take it all in. Take it all in. Just take it all in. So pay attention. I'm coming your way. I'm coming your way.
Good morning everyone. So as you can see, we're currently walking down Regent Street. We've just been for a fitting at Boss for the GQ Motti Awards, which is coming up actually in September. It's going to be with us before we know it, which is really exciting. So that's done. We're now going to be heading to the Rosewood Hotel. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a moment when we're there. Well, good afternoon. I've just come to a slightly quieter spot here at the Macallan Manor House here at the Rosewood Hotel. It's situated within the courtyard. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Rosewood. There's a lovely courtyard area, and the terrace here has been kitted out by Macallan, and they offer an exclusive whiskey that I'm working on for my Instagram channel today. It's only 465 bottles, and you can only enjoy it on trade, which means that you can't go and buy a bottle anywhere else. You can only drink it here. You can purchase a bottle at this particular location that you can have in a locker, and you can enjoy a drink when you come here, but you can't actually take the bottle away with you. It's a very exclusive bottle of Macallan Whisky, and we were lucky enough today to enjoy enjoy a glass of that with our dinner. We actually went through a dining experience, and this is part of the Distill Your World campaign. You can see on here, this is bottle 361 of 465, cask number 21853. It's been kept in a European oak sherry cask and was held for 11 years. This is an 11-year-old whiskey. I got a lot of vanilla-y notes and a little bit of chocolate. Absolutely delicious, and as you can see here, it's got a beautiful colour to it. There's actually a lot of history of this brand, established in 1824. We were learning lots about it today. They're a very conscious brand that are making some great moves on their estate. So I'd love to hear more about the Macallan family and what they're doing over on their estate, because it sounds absolutely epic. They do preservation of animals, wildlife, salmon and all sorts, so it sounds really cool, and a lot of renewable energy as well being used during the process of making their whiskies. But it's a lovely experience. I'm going to make my way back home now because the day is coming to an end.
We don't have to make any decision. It is part of the deal. Your life